Who's better, AD or prime Dwight Howard? Please don't let me down. Please don't let me down. We know it's Howard.
We know it's Dwight. It's Dwight hands down.
It's AD.
We know it's Dwight hands
It's
down.
AD.
It's Dwight. It's Dwight.
Dwight without a doubt. I don't even got to think.
Come on, let's not. Now,
The
only thing AD is better than Dwight is scoring the basketball. And shooting.
Playing perimeter.
I wouldn't even.
I'll say scoring the basketball.
So it should be the other way around. It should be the other way around. The only thing Dwight is better at is blocking shots.
Yeah, Dwight was
moving
better
the
rebounder. He's a better rim protector.
That's it.
And I think he's a better leader than Anthony Davis. Because when the Dwight Howard led team was getting to the goddamn finals and got making deep postseason runs every
Dwight
year.
Howard and leader
Davis,
in the same
Anthony
sentence.
Davis,
Is disgusting.
Dwight Howard was the best player on the team. It doesn't mean he was the leader.
For sure.
Hold on. So y'all saying that in 2009, AD is a better scorer? Why? Because he can shoot threes. You get a ball. You get a ball to Dwight. You get that ball to Dwight in the mid block anywhere. You're cooked. What are y'all talking about? Was y'all not watching? Was y'all cooked?
he had a baby hook over his left shoulder and he had a drop step.
I don't care what he's doing. I don't care what he's doing. If the ball go in the hole, you scored. I don't care how it got there.
Yeah, but Dwight wasn't a great
He was
scorer.
scoring at a high clip.
What made Dwight so great is he was athletic. He could catch lobs. And they put so much space around him.
So now he's just a lob threat.
I wasn't finished.
Let him finish.
I said what made Dwight so effective offensively was he was athletic and could catch lobs, and they had so much space around him that when you gave him the ball in the post, he was so physically imposing that the doubles he could draw was creating a lot of offense around him. But his individual scoring ability was never that crazy. He wasn't a high volume scorer. It was more so his threat to score that allowed that offense to work. But his scoring individually wasn't that great, especially compared to Anthony Davis, who to me is a better lob threat, a better isolation player, a better outside shooter. I think he's easily a better scorer than Dwight.
He's easily a better.
Yeah,
scorer.
he is. He's a better scorer, but I think Dwight Howard is a way. I think he's a better defender than Anthony Davis. I think he's been more proven, like in the playoffs, at leading this team, at being the best player on a championship caliber team to deep postseason runs every year. Anthony Davis never been proven that outside of even the New Orleans Pelicans. Hold on, leaving New Orleans Pelicans and teaming up with LeBron James as well.
So I would act as if that team Orlando, like, that was a good team, and that was one of the first teams integrating the stretch big lineup with Rashard Loomis. Like they're actually a hand in that Orlando Magic team has a hand in the way that the league is today by introducing and implementing the stretch bigs in their roles. So they were a different team, bro. That team was good.
Bro,
that team was really good.
Also, I have to ask this question because I hear people do it all the time, especially on this show. Radar, you brought up I've just kind of like tapped in and out. You brought up AD going to the Lakers and teaming up with LeBron. What does that have to do with his individual basketball talent?
Well, that's what I'm saying is that Dwight Howard individual basketball talent has been proven in the playoffs as getting further as him being the best player on the team, leading its team to the finals. Anthony Davis individual talent and production in the playoffs with the New Orleans Pelicans, even though they had to go to State Warriors and it was a tough Western Conference that he didn't get it done until he left and joined with LeBron James.
He was playing great.
Okay, listen. He was playing great, but the thing is, he hasn't got into the big stages of the finals or the Western Conference finals. That's a fact. The thing is, when has Anthony Davis even got to Western Conference?
Why isn't Joe Burrow better than Justin Herbert?
Oh, what? Okay, well, I'm not.
But that's different. That's different.
Now it's different, but it's not.
Because football is the ultimate team sport. Come on, bro.
Basketball's a team sport too. We can't.
Nah, but
we're not talking about golf. What are we doing? We're not talking about golf.
Yeah, we're not acting as if that Pelicans team was a team that could contend in the fucking finals, bro. Let's not do. There's not been 1 year.
Yeah, no, because 2015 when they lost to Golden State round 1, Anthony Davis was killing the Warriors.
Killing with Draymond.
He was dominating that series, and they lost in like 5 games.
I'm talking about the year after they came up and ran through Portland when DeMarcus had got hurt.
So 2018 against Golden State again. He
That
killed
team-
us
that team-
again. He killed the Warriors again, and they still
I
lost.
agree. I agree, but I'm saying that's a bad matchup. We know Draymond can't get with AD. We all
So
know
you telling me? So you
But
telling me?
Draymond, not
hold on,
Draymond.
so you
Anthony Davis has never underperformed in the playoffs. Every time he's in the playoffs, he dominates. Like
I wasn't arguing that. I
He
wasn't
just
arguing
doesn't
that.
win.
Hold on. So let me ask you
My-
something.
my
So you
argument
telling-
was
The
that
Pelicans
Pelicans
just
team
didn't
could've
build
beat
a
him.
championship
so
team. And they
you
couldn't
telling me?
stay
So
healthy.
you telling me this, that the only way you say the only time that when Anthony Davis got into the playoffs as a New Orleans Pelican, he's only lost to the Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah, he made it twice, 15 and 18, and he lost to Golden State both times.
Okay, and he lost to the 15 Warriors.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But
And you
that
telling me-
Pelicans
and you
team,
telling me
I
that-
don't think that team was.
Now I would give him.
all
I
that
would
good,
give him.
though.
I
And
would
if they
give.
had Boogie,
The
there's
20,
I'm
would
the
give him-
betting a
20
lot that they would have
2018
been
is
that
like
Warriors.
2018 is like the only year the Pelicans managed to put a good team around AD, and then Boogie got hurt and it kind of fell off. And
That
then they
team-
ran into Golden State, but AD was still once again dominant.
That team definitely could have beaten the Warriors, in my opinion, if they had Boogie, bro.
I
If they
agree.
couldn't
I'm
stop
not
those guys.
going. I'm not going that far.
You don't have to.
That-
You don't have to.
that-
That's my
that
thing.
Pelicans team was great. That Pelicans team.
My
was
thing,
great.
my thing is that at that point, DeMarcus was still better than AD. So without
No,
All right, bro.
no,
All right.
no.
That's got to be some Kings bias. That has to be some Kings bias.
No.
No.
And I think they were top 2 in the league. Don't hold me. Like top 2 big men in the league.
Yeah, they were
Cause
the top two.
DeMarcus Cousins was a dog in the Pelicans his first year.
They were both top 2. They were both top 2.
They were the top two bigs, but AD was number one.
AD, in my opinion, was just better. Mainly because
Especially
Why
if
y'all
you-
say he was
especially
better?
if
Tell
you
me why
look
y'all say y'all.
defensively,
Tell me why. Oh, okay,
especially
he was
if you
better
look
defensively, but tell me why you think Anthony Davis was overall better than DeMarcus Cousins?
Because
Because Anthony Davis was one of the 5 best defenders in
because
basketball.
it works for that argument. That's why.
No, because Anthony
Argument.
Davis
That's
is
the
one of
only
the 5
reason.
best defenders in basketball. For me, he worked better off the ball than DeMarcus Cousins. I think DeMarcus Cousins
Facts.
could shoot the ball better, and I think he was a much better passer than AD. But if I'm looking at overall scoring, I think AD was the more efficient scorer, better off the ball. And for me, I prefer his style of play in terms of fitting with other people and defensively. I mean, it's not even close.
I think
But
the drop
Boogie
off,
to me, the better passer and shooter.
the drop off in offense that Boogie provides compared to AD is not as dramatic as the drop off defensively that AD provides to Boogie Cousins, which is why I would always side with AD over Boogie at that
So
time.
now defense matters, dog.
Defense always matters. Nobody
It does
said
matter.
that.
It does matter to me. It matters. It matters a lot to me.
So let me ask y'all a question.
When,
So
you,
if
when you
you-
put it that way, AD is a better defender than DeMarcus. I could give him the edge with that. I can.
So let me ask y'all a
back. I
question:
can
If
walk that
Anthony
back.
Davis, if they had Boogie in that series
Still
against the
want Boogie,
Warriors,
though.
do you think they still had? Do you think they had a chance of beating the Warriors? A chance.
Yes.
A chance, yes, a chance.
Yes, Pelicans.
And why?
in
And why you
six.
say it they'll have a chance? Is it more because of Anthony Davis, or is it more because of Boogie?
It's because of the size, to be honest.
Because of
I mean,
Rajon Rondo.
Golden State weren't a very big team to begin with. They'd often run in the playoffs. They'd often run Draymond and KD at the 4 and 5. If you have 2 guys like AD and Boogie, that's a matchup nightmare for Golden State defensively. I don't know what they're gonna have to do. They're gonna have to start running JaVale McGee a lot of minutes. I don't think Zaza Pachulia was still there, but they're gonna have to start changing up a lot of their defensive game plans. And because the way AD's been killing Golden State routinely, you add DeMarcus Cousins to that. Drew Holiday was still there. Rondo, obviously, he steps up in the playoffs. I mean, I think that's just a tough team to beat.
They had no answer. They had no answer for them, and that's why you have 2 of the best big men in the league with good perimeter defense as well with Drew Holiday and Rondo.
Yep.
Because Rondo and Drew stepped up to locking up CJ and Dame. So you got
Oh
them.
yeah, Drew.
you got-
Drew
Yeah,
stripped
them
him
boys
down.
dirty.
Yeah, you got them defensively to challenge the Warriors, but then the Warriors have nothing defensively to challenge AD and Boogie Cousins, who would have had a field day. They would have had a field day on those guys. So in my opinion, it was just a terrible matchup for the Golden State Warriors, which is why I think that team would have won, or the Warriors would have struggled because
I forgot that team had Nikola Mirotic as well.
they had marriages too. I
Mhm.
forgot. Yeah.
I did forget.
Yeah,
about
he got sent down there after Bobby Portis punched on him.
that.
See, this is
in
why I
Chicago,
say
yeah, I forgot
it-
about him.
That's why I say like people like shit on KD for not like for him being on an unbeatable team. Like the Pelicans could have for sure beaten them. The 2018 Rockets.
Do you think the
They
Spurs
didn't
can
get beat,
hold on? Do you think the 2017 Spurs can beat the Warriors? Had a chance of beating the Warriors if
I
Kawhi
think they
didn't
had
get
a chance. I think they had a chance. I don't know if I'll jump off this where they could have beat them the way I would jump off like the Pelicans and the Rockets.
Hold on, so
but
you
they
telling me
would
the-
have a
you tell-
chance.
so you telling me
I'd have given the Pelicans more of a shot than the Spurs.
Yeah, me too.
Kawhi was killing KD.
But I also think that 2017
KD,
Warriors team was just better than the 2018 team for whatever reason. Their defense seemed to be a lot better in 2017. Maybe it's because they felt like they had to prove everyone and they just dominated the postseason.
Oh, so you giving the Pelicans a chance because
I think the 2018 team was worse than the 2017 team. So
oh,
that's
okay. I see your logic. Okay, I see what you're saying. It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. The player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.